Nerdrotic.com.
Heidi ho, welcome to the Super Chat Square Up for a couple of nooners, the Inquisition, and Friday Night Tights. Last week, our guest was Ethan Van Sciver. Man, it feels like Halloween was like a month ago, considering this week, right? Still no El Presidente as far as I'm concerned. And tonight, we have the Critical Drinker on the show, and we'll start with NJ Scoundrel for $5. At this point, politics and pop culture are interwoven. With that said, have you any predictions for Tuesday night? Love you guys. Stay angry, boys. Well, my prediction would have been exactly what is happening. Now, if you ask me objectively, I think Trump would have won. He would have won without the coup and all the things going on. I think there are shenanigans going on for sure, and we will see what happens. But I won't be surprised either way, really. It's been an insane year. Why not an insane election? And I've been through this before, in 2000 with Gore and Bush. Alls I know is I'll still be here, and my tune ain't changing at all. So I know, listen, people are sick to death of the politics stuff. And one thing I can tell you is the focus of the channel will always be pop culture, because that's what I'm into. I'm not that into politics when it comes around an election. And, well, I mean, listen, I'm always aware, okay? I'm not like, I don't have my head in the sand. I know what's going on. I've got to be a dad. I've got to be an adult. And I have learned a lot of lessons. At 50, you can still learn lessons, and I hope I can still learn them at 70 if I make it that far. And quite frankly, I didn't pay that much attention to local elections. I lived in San Francisco, and I knew those politics would just frustrate me. Now, it was a big clown show, and sometimes it was entertaining, but it gets pretty serious now when it comes to your business being shut down. And it's not something I'm going to let go. If I have a voice, I'm going to use it. I'm going to speak up. I've always been that way. And that's why I'm a big pain in the ass when I'm hired at, say, a corporation, and I don't really fit really well in that structure. And thankfully, there's this. Because the only other option is hot dog stand. And since we can't go out, I don't know. Although I would own I'd be a kick-ass hot dog salesman. I love hot dogs, and I could sell hot dogs. Gossip Mime for $2. I haven't been excited to sit in theaters for years. Yeah, that theater excitement is gone. Now, I have to admit, the Alamo Drafthouse is a damn good experience. I watched The Joker there in New York City with Jeremy and a bunch of people from who used the hashtag The Fandom Menace, including Sir Ruin of House Roundhead, who took us to the film and bought our tickets. Thank you very much. He did not need to do that. And that was a good time. The food was good. The experience was good. I would pretty much exclusively go to an Alamo Drafthouse if it was near me. It's worth the price of admission. But yeah, as far as I'm okay. I've got my curved screen here and a big screen that you can't see like above. It's not the prettiest looking setup, but it works. And this curved screen had been sitting in a box next to my desk for like 2 months actually. And yeah, the the room is a mess. So hopefully there's enough time I can get it going. But yeah, I was watching after I watched the election for I think 4, 5, 6 hours. I went, you know what? I don't think we're getting a decision tonight. I want to watch some Fellowship of the Rings. So I watched it, and it's fine. Just sitting here in my office with my office speakers, which are great. DCG for $2.79 Canadian. Did you guys hate Project Blue Book? Season 2 was better. I couldn't stand Project Blue Book because I mean, it was way too dramatized, and I know it was supposed to be dramatic, but they went the wrong way with the dramatic. They tried to make it like an adventure and throw in too much romance. You should have made it straight up scary, that's what I would have gone. I would have gone more for the creep factor. But if season 2 was better, I don't know. I was excited for that show. I really was. Super Mastermind for $5 by the Powers, Marvel/Disney, has the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon IP. But have you seen the D&D live action ads for Cars? Some were amazing. We have, and they were. No doubt about it. Those were really cool. See, that's how you do it. It was very Cobra Kai, really. Carlos A. Smith for $5. The Phoenix was a low warp engine, so dilithium was not needed. Dilithium was not needed. Only for higher speeds. It was needed later. Listen, Star Trek is dumb. It's been established. It's dumb. It's so dumb that I didn't even get around to doing my review today. I'll do it this weekend. I don't feel like I need to rush to Star Trek Discovery. The interest isn't there. I'm going to do a review for the entire season for the channel because I found a way to do those that works for me. It's been tough. Because listen, I'm not the critical drinker. I can't break out a season review and be succinct in 12 minutes. For a whole season of television, it's got to go. And honestly, I don't care how well these videos do on the channel. They are done as passion projects. And I feel just to like put out there why I don't like it. And it's not just to not like it. It's not just because it's woke garbage. I would say Star Trek Discovery, I mean, the agenda derails everything, but it's the writing. They don't even woke right. Super Mastermind for $5. I recall someone important telling me Hollywood got 50% of its money from Blockbuster late return fees. I actually read this one. That can't be true because Blockbuster hasn't been... unless you're being a joke, unless you're joking there, because we're talking about the Blockbuster bubble popping right there. But Hollywood gets half its money from its voodoo economics and China. Eric Santucci for $5. As much as I enjoy The Mandalorian, the Star Wars still hangs like a dark cloud over everything Disney Star Wars. Do you think the lack of interest has to do with this? Yes, I do. According to facts and figures that I have done some research on after Doomcock's video, there is a big discrepancy. Doomcock said that according to his sources, only 40,000 people watched it opening day, and according to a couple of analytics firms, it's anywhere between 1.5 million and 2 million. So big discrepancy there. My guess is it's probably somewhere around 800,000 to 1 million, based on what Disney says their subscriber count is. And that I'm just using YouTube analytics and based on the interaction with my videos with my subscribers, general interaction with your subscriber base. You want your video to do 15% of your subscribers or something like that. That's the formula. Mine perform usually better than that. I don't know. When I put my videos up, I don't check them. I don't. I put them up. I go back and check in a day or so and see what happens. It's just not, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm very competitive with myself. That's all. I don't compete against other YouTubers. I don't compete against Doomcock or Jeremy. We all do our own unique thing, and I think we all do our unique things very well. I think those guys do. I don't want to say I do things very well. I'm getting better. I'm trying to improve. I don't think I am an excellent YouTuber. I think I just talk a lot. I don't know, but I'm trying. I speak my mind. That's all I can do. That's all you can do. But as far as interest goes in The Mandalorian, it does feel lower. I will say that. I will agree with Doomcock, and we discussed it on this Inquisition, that it feels like it could have been drowned out by the election, but I think it is just drab. It's drab. It's not terrible though. It's by no means is it terrible. It's watchable. It doesn't offend me in any way, shape, or form. And like, I am grateful as hell it is not filled with identity politics and intersectional feminism. That is a huge, huge victory. But on top of that, there still is an excellence to Star Wars that I'm not sure it's earned. Okay. And I say that as a former, I don't know if you can be a former lifelong, a former Star Wars fan of decades, an absolute crazy, insane Star Wars fan when I was a kid, just freaking loved it and loved it in the 90s and was excited as hell for The Force Awakens until I saw it. So I just think they burned it up. They burned up the franchise, and that's why we made videos for 2 years. We're like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Disney? You are listening to the wrong people, and you made a movie for people who don't buy shit. They just want to talk about it on social media. After the election, I felt really good about my decision to leave Twitter. Interestingly enough, on Twitter, I've been gaining. I mean, I don't care how many followers I have. I'm grateful for what I have, and I never really paid attention to it. I've been on Twitter since 2008, but I quit it for, let's see, when did I go back? I went back a couple of years ago, but I was on it pretty hot in 2008, 2009, and then I gave it up. So I've only been on Twitter for like 3 years, since 2008. And ever since that list came out where I was labeled right and anti-woke or anti-SJW, I started losing followers. Now, my tweets aren't any different than they were. Nothing has changed. And I haven't gained any in weeks. So I don't know what happened. And that was right around the time I got briefly suspended as well. So I don't care. I'm leaving at the end of the year. And I'll probably exclusively be on Parler. My wife will run Instagram. But you know what? When the channel was growing, I wasn't on Twitter much at all. And I've been on more lately. And after the election, done. I don't want to support that. RM for $10. And I have like 5 accounts on there. I don't use them. I'm getting rid of all of them. For RM for $10. Love you guys. Keep hitting the corporations and well-connected networks of checkmarks, brainwashing the masses. Keep up the good fight and keep punching up, my friend. Yes, that is very important, to continue punching up. I'll take it to the governor of California. I'll take it to the heads of MGM and the people who own the James Bond franchise. I just finished recording a video about Lashana Lynch's statements in Harper's Bazaar. And I hope I made it clear in the video. Like, I don't have a problem with her. I don't have a problem with her being in the film. And she talked briefly about getting attacked online, which everybody gets. They never provide receipts, but it still doesn't make it okay. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure she's heard some horrible shit, and that doesn't help our cause at all, ever. I generally don't follow actors, and I do not interact with them in any way, shape, or form unless it's positive, like with Gina Carano once in a while. But I don't at them or bug them. And that's just how I do things. I'm not telling you guys how to do things. If you want to mix it up with somebody because they mix it up with you, go fucking right ahead. Okay, that's it with the Inquisition. We're going to go over to the Nooner. Shiva Vareen for $4.99. Only gender swap that worked for me was Starbucks. Maybe that's the problem. Someone say that it worked and said, let's do plenty. Yes. And the reason it worked is because they wrote Starbuck as a tough woman, and it was believable, and she was flawed, and she was played masterfully. And I mean masterfully. By Katie Sackhoff. That is one of the most memorable characters and one of my favorite characters of all time in TV. And I love and still love Dirk Benedict's Battlestar Galactica. And I've heard the nonsense of Sam Esmail's BSG, which is going to be woke garbage. I think I'm going to call it from now on LBSGTQ. And as far as Kinberg's movie, it sounds more promising that they're going to remake the original series and make it like true to that. And let's not forget that Ronald D. Moore's Battlestar Galactica race and gender swapped the crap out of freaking everybody. And it did it in a time where it was groundbreaking and nobody had a single issue with it, except for the Starbucks thing. People were bitching like crazy about that. I bitched a little bit until I saw, I wasn't going to like it until I saw that miniseries, and I'm like, sold, absolutely sold. I remember that day clearly. The day I saw Battlestar Galactica the first time. Somebody had burned me a DVD of the pilot and said, no, watch it. And I watched it. And it was after a surgery. So I was bedridden for a day. Yeah, it was after my eye surgery. I had a major, well, it wasn't it was around my eye. My tear duct collapsed. That's why, you know how Anna, that Star Wars girl, if you're aware of the YouTuber, can blow air through the corner of her eye. I can do that as well. Maybe I'll do it at the end of the video, but it's not pretty. Mikey Gusler for $5. I think I might do the same thing you are going to do at the end of the year. That is deleting my Twitter. It's just bad for my mental health. Do it, Mikey. It really is. There's other ways to interact positively. Go to Parler. It's got some kinks to work out, but it's nothing like Twitter. Or don't go back on it at all. Read a book, watch an old movie. It's not good for the mental health, especially after this year. Healing. We need some freaking healing. We need some normalcy. There are concerns in the future, depending on what happens, and we'll deal with that one day at a time. Don't worry about next year. Just get through this week. Get through tonight. That's all you need to do. Or get through today, whatever you're watching this. 200-watt studio, post non-binary sex, who cleans up the gender fluid. Sean Johnson for $4.99. Thanks for the break from the stress. It's been a rough time. Can I get a shout out for my birthday tomorrow? Sean Johnson, happy birthday. And hopefully Lady Gravemaster is watching this. Please remind me to wish Sean Johnson a happy birthday on Friday Night Tights. Thank you for the $4.99. That Nobody Guy, thank you for the Cup of Joe super sticker. Bless you, my man. Lorena Creole, shout out to Lorena for $4.99. Thanks so much for the second shout out for my channel on Friday Night Tights. You guys are awesome, and Lady Gravemaster is amazing. She certainly is, and I'm glad I read this one on Friday Night Tights. That would have been bad to miss. Okay, here, God, this is where it kills me. So we get a bunch in the beginning, and then for some reason, I just need to remember to refresh. That's my problem, is I keep forgetting to refresh. I got so many things going on in my head, but it's my fault. It's my fault. It's not your guys' fault. It's my fault. Mikey Gusler for $10, willing to give Leto a chance. We didn't see his true Joker in Suicide Squad. It was mostly reshot like Justice League. It will be different, like the metal teeth and damaged tattoo is because Batman knocked his teeth out. I did read this one, and I'll respond, Mikey, I want it to be great. I'm with you, brother. And I will admit to you, Mikey, I am probably looking more forward to the Snyder Cut than anything else next year. I think it's probably my most anticipated thing because I want to see some Ben Affleck Batman again. And I think Suicide Squad could have been a good movie. And I think Jared Leto can play a good Joker. He just needs to look like the Joker. All right, from four. By the way, yeah, I apologize. I'm not going to get through all of Friday Night Tights, so I can get this video before Friday Night Tights. We'll do a part 2 this weekend, and we'll do a big toxic mailbag with that one. I've got a couple of toxic mailbag items to show by the end of this one. I apologize. Just I ran out of time. I haven't even watched Star Trek Discovery yet, or The Mandalorian, which I still have to do before Friday Night Tights. But I'll take care of it Saturday. Just a reminder, there's going to be a live Mandalorian review on Patreon on the upper tier. If you're a member of the upper tier, but we're closing out Patreon, by the way. So if you join up, it's just for 2 more months. And for those of you who've been on Patreon for a while and haven't heard much, Lady Gravemaster's been collecting data, and what you guys are going to get from here on out, even after I close out Patreon, is you're going to be part of the credits at the end of the show. We're also going to take a list, and we're the ones who joined up. We're going to fulfill your segments throughout the early part of next year. So you're still going to get your segments on either Friday Night Tights or Nerdrotic Nooner, and it's going to be like 15-minute segments where you come on the show, talk about whatever you want to talk about. It'll probably be like 2 hours into the show, 3 hours into the show. So if you prefer, you just let me know which one you prefer, the Nooner or Friday Night Tights, depending on like where you are in the world and how late you're up. We can't do the Inquisition because I do that in partnership with Doomcock, and I don't want to import anything from my channel with something I do in partnership with somebody else. Because even though it's on my channel once in a while, it's not all my show. So, COVID Kev for £5. Here's to the Cal Exit G-Man. And can I shout out Glenn in Monsterland on Indiegogo? Looks awesome. Absolutely. It's Glenn, Glyn, in Monsterland. Search that on Indiegogo. Go check it out. I haven't checked it out. I don't know what it is, but I will check it out after this. Thank you, COVID Kev. Benjamin Flensburg, thank you for, I'm just kidding, by the way, Flensburg, thank you for the 20 Danish krona and the super sticker. You're awesome. The Twinkie Kid for $4.99. Kibblesmith, threatening violence is problematic. Bitty, 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 choke me. Hail, pre-Halloween Friday Night Tights. Hail to you. Halloween seems like a month ago, doesn't it? Cleaner Ben for £5. This opening needs to be a separate video. It is. You need to subscribe to Perry Chan, the Terry Gilliam of Friday Night Tights. Cleaner Ben for £5. That's blue hair, but it's okay if it identifies as purple. Exactly. Fandom Guard for $9.99. SJWs are skulls and not worthy to sit on the mantle of my collection. Predators. I really want to see proof or 3, though, when it comes out, when it works before Disney bought Fox. As far as Predator? So SJWs are skulls that are not worthy to sit on the mantle of my collection. Predators. I really want to see proof or 3, though, when it comes out. It works before Disney bought Fox. Not sure what you're saying there. Predators. Yeah, I've refused to watch Predators. I watched Mahler's review. That was enough. Predator is one of my favorite all-time movies. Period. Blew my mind when I saw it in the theaters. Moses Tolliver for $5. Love what you guys do, and we love that you support us, and we love what you do because you're part of this. Jesse Rickton for $5. Candy corn is racist. It only has yellow, red, and white. No black or brown. Bigots. Absolutely. Stargate 404 for $5. Gary, your costume hits where it hurts. R.I.P. the Orville, my generation's Firefly. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after season 3. It looks like the writing's on the wall, though, doesn't it? But if we support it when it comes out, and it's huge, it really did hurt it, COVID and it being delayed anyway. But I can't wait till it comes out. We get a season 3. Whenever that happens. Finbar Hooley for $5. Yay, as is Dr. Disrespect met Lord Diabeto. Too excited the first time. Your costumes are awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Loretta Silver, member for $4.99. As kind of looks like if Mario dressed up as Dr. Disrespect to me. LOL. Absolutely. That was great. John Ellis Bush, and as is Dr. Disrespect, and it was a great costume. John Ellis Bush for £1.99. Kibblesmith, leader of Karens with Attitude. KWA. Jack Bauer for $2. Mando decanonized Wendig's book. It did. And I mean, the books are canon until they're not. That's the way it always goes, really. Zach Richmond for $5. Have you all been following the Ray Fisher drama queen saga? A little bit. You know what? A lot of times in these cases, your first reaction to something is probably the most truthful. Was Jeff Johns racist, or was Ray Fisher butthurt? Did he get screwed over? Probably. Do people get screwed over every single day in that town? Absolutely. And a lot of it's because of passive aggressiveness. There's so much passive aggressiveness in this town where like they'll tell Ray Fisher's probably new and naive, and he probably actually believed what a lot of directors told him. Terry Spilsbury for £1.49. Thank you for the phallic unicorn. Fandom Guard for $4.99. Thank you very much. Cry havoc and let's slip the clone army of Anna upon California and the Ark Yaji of War. The Ark Yaja of War. Gotcha. The army of Anna. Jason Smoot for $10. If there is a costume contest, Dr. Disrespect wins hands down with Remphamus in a close second. Hail Odin, congratulations. And yes, congratulations to Papa Odin. Scottish Nerd for £2. Happy pre-anniversary to you and Mrs. Nerdrotic. Thank you very much. 17 years of marriage, and it's been brilliant. Taker 16 for $2. No breathing Californians, Dictator Newsom. Yeah. Well, Benjamin Flensborg for 50 Danish krona, as is the guy I bought gasoline from in Yorkshire. Hoo-ha, guys. Is he? Is that what Az does in his day job? No, Az doesn't have a day job, I don't believe. I don't know what he did before. I know very little. I'm going to have to ask him some questions. Keaton Smith for 99 cents. Thank you for the, thank you. I was about to say phallic unicorn. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Gawker's Death Rattle for 2 Canadian pesos. You want Glazer Fist skin? Sub to his OnlyFans. Yes, Tom was Glazer Fist. Beastly Nerd for $5. Check out Blood of Zeus on Netflix. Told the classic hero's journey a break from the SJW entertainment. I'll check it out. I really do need a fucking break from it, to be honest with you. That's why we need like the Orville, and I'm looking forward to The Expanse, which is coming out in a little over a month. I mean, honestly, The Mandalorian is that. It's a break from SJW entertainment. I mean, at the very least, it is that. Les Chevalier du Lys for 2 Canadian pesos. Did Baby Thor denounce white supremacy? Yes, it went goo goo gaga, which was denouncing white supremacy. I was going to say something much nastier, but we're talking about Odin's kid. He's a good Christian guy, so I'm just going to leave him alone. Scottish Nerd for £5. I came as an English nerd, dressed same, but think of 1966 World Cup in a new light. Rest in peace, Nobby Styles. I know nothing about the sport where you kick the ball. I know I played it when I was a kid. But rest in peace, Nobby Styles. Sorry. Stony D for $2. Hail to Quarter Blackula. Oh, yes. He was the COVID vampire. IK1906 for $2. So Jeremy is the SJW version of Slash. I dig it too. Salad Cream Boy for $2. Wash your mouth out with Gordon. That's right. And hug that donkey. Shane O'Reilly, thank you for the phallic unicorn. Thank you. Benjamin Flensborg for 200 Danish krona. That Orville suit, Gary. Hell, I may duck you. Wow. Hey, easy now. Jeremy does look less gay than normal, and Odin looks like a proud father, as he should. Yes, he should. Proud papa. Mediocre streams for $5, which, I mean, quite frankly, I don't know. This is the most mismatched group of people since the sense of right alliance, and it's incredible. Yes. Shane O'Reilly, thank you for the hot dog for £1.49. Salad Cream Boy for $5. Oh man, Salad Cream Boy was gone for a while, but now he's back. As we'll get this, STD is just made in Chelsea in space. I will pass that on to Az. That sounds dirty. Adrian Nazaruk for £5. Better than anything coming out of Hollywood, guys. Very entertaining. You are quite welcome. I love that you guys are so excited about the show. It should be extra interesting today because I have 5 hours of sleep is pretty good, but it was interrupted because Mrs. Nerdrotic went out of town and she insisted on waking me up after I was up till 4 a.m. so I could make her coffee and say goodbye, which is good. But that is all I'm going on right now is coffee. I could fall asleep in the middle of the stream. Critical drinker tonight. I don't know if we have Az or not. I don't think so. We had Az 3 weeks in a row. He's probably tired as hell. But we're going to have Quarter Black and Odin, and the rest of the gang is going to be there with, of course, the Critical Drinker, because his book is being released today or tomorrow. I don't know if it's today in Europe or today here. Salad Cream Boy asks if, I don't know if he wants me to look at an homage video or do one. Yes, absolutely. Guys, anytime you do stuff, I said you can use clips. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to do my own clips channel for myself, but like if you guys once in a while want to, do something, it's okay. It's totally okay. I'm not going to get upset. Even if it's to criticize, and which is okay. I need to hear it. Like, I mean, you get the feedback in the comments, but which is sometimes it's good. But it's always great to hear feedback. Like, seriously. Like I know what's going on in my head. And quite frankly, it doesn't change for me. I know some streams are better than others, but I don't know if my mood is affecting a stream, because I'll do a stream. Like I did a stream this week, right? And I felt like it was no different from the stream I did last week. But the biggest difference is the election, and everybody's moods changed. Like Everybody. Entire country is on pins and needles right now, or they're sick of politics, or that's what they want to talk about. And here's how I see it. There is plenty to talk about. There is some fuckery going on. That being said, as I've stated every single live stream on this channel, I worry about shit I can control. And that is firmly out of my control. Now, does that mean we shut up about it? No. Does that mean we got to see how things play out. But everybody's mood changed, like immediately. Like the entire mood of YouTube and everything changed overnight. Helson's $20. Just finished watching JR and AJ. Thanks for pointing it out. By the way, the money is for Mrs. Nerdrotic. I was in tears when I saw her try to sneak in to hand you your pin. Thanks for keeping me laughing and questioning. Yeah, that was great when she tried to. She didn't know she. It's so funny. She's awesome. She made these. She was real proud of them. So, I mean, okay, I feel weird. Okay, Syndek, by the way, this is by artist Syndek. Follow him on, I don't know if he's on Twitter anymore, but he's on Instagram. So it's Syndek. Syndek made this. I like the logo. I put it up. I feel very, very weird about having I know my face is all over like my own YouTube videos, but like that's to talk to you. I don't know how I feel about my face being a logo. This thing is good enough to be the channel logo. It is, but I'm going to stick with mine. But this is going to be the alternate logo, and this is part of the packages that Mrs. Nerdrotic made. And I love that you guys watch it, but I just don't want you to think like I'm the kind of guy who would put a picture of my own face at the bottom of my pool. You know, like. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the running. Oh, am I forgetting his name? Oh, this is terrible. This is getting old right here. I'm also tired, but running back for the Cowboys when Aikman was there, Elliott Smith, right? God, why doesn't that not sound right? Whatever. Yeah, he had put a big picture of his face at the bottom of his pool. It's like, dude. Dude, I'd rather have pictures of my kids everywhere or you guys. But yeah, she did this. So here's the little background, and it says something in the back here. And we're also, this is you're going to get a much cleaner. This is my dirty hat. We're going to do hats, beanies, all kinds of shit. We're going to give them away. We can make some for sale, but we're going to try to give some away. It's a contest that you got to enter on Instagram. Follow the instructions. Matt Guy, for £2. SJW Cobra Jeremy, does the carpet match the drapes? It does. Oh my God, it does. Accidental Tourist, welcome to the proto molecule level. Bless you. Bless you. The 70s rock fan for 10 Canadian pesos. Jeremy is against penis. I heard he's against quite a few penises in his. I've heard he's been against quite a few penises in his time. Yes. Space Monkey 0899 for $4.99. Sony bought Crunchyroll. Now there'll be more censorship in anime. Yes, there will. More censorship everywhere. It's coming. Bionic Belly Button for $5. FCNN and F Naughty Dog. Hail the panel and hail Bionic Belly Button. Welcome to the show. Matt G for $1.49. It's good to see you, Bionic Belly Button. Helson's for $5. Matt G, thank you for the orange. Is it an orange? I think it's an orange. I love orange. Orange juice is one of my favorite drinks. It really is. Have not been able to partake for 2 weeks on this little fast I'm on, which is going quite well, by the way. Helson's, £5. Please remember, you need a black pen, not a crayon or a pencil for voting. Yep, well, Sharpies. We'll just leave it there. Salad Cream Boy for £5. More importantly than the presidential election, what pizza shall Odin eat? Renounce white supremacy. He'll let us know. Cleaner Ben for £5. Race swapping is not a problem. The only way to beat them is not to care about their race games. Cleaner Ben for £5. It's not a problem for a lot of things, like with sub characters and stuff. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. When you do it with the main character, then it stops being the main character, and it's also cheap. And I discussed this in my last James Bond video. Listen, create a new character. You want to show me your groundbreaking? Take Lashana Lynch, put her in a spy movie, make her the star, pay her as much as you'll pay Daniel Craig, put $250 million in the movie and $250 million in marketing, and then I'll believe you're down with the cause. Otherwise, it's cheap fucking virtue signaling, and that's all it is. Not caring about the stuff means they steamroll. If I just not care about things and not say anything, that's how you get steamrolled. They're not counting on us caring. I know that we're bringing attention to it. Yes, we're bringing attention to it. The race swaps, again, in a lot of cases, I don't give a shit about. I talked about like Monty Penny was a race swap. I thought it was a good one. I like that actress. I think she's really good. Dame Judith Anderson as M. Yeah, it was fine. I thought it was great. It worked. I liked it. But you keep the main character the same. You keep the surrounding somewhat the same. You stay in the spirit. It's fine. I am not a fundamentalist when it comes to canon. Never have been. I'm okay with changes. Always been okay with changes as long as the main character stays the same. Fuck with everything else you want it to a point. Don't fuck with the origin. Uncle Ben still dies, right? Spider-Man still Peter Parker. Mary Jane still Mary Jane. And you can kind of mess with things. Create new villains, create new characters all the time. They used to do that. They do now. Now they just race and gender swap everything. But you can't ignore it. No, I disagree with that fundamentally. Sorry, but thank you for the £5. There are certain things, Cleaner Ben, that we probably would have been better off just ignoring, and it would have fallen into obscurity in hindsight. You're not wrong there. But we all make mistakes, I'm not perfect. Jen for $5. Shout out to author Stephen Walton and his second Fandom Menace book, The Rise of the Rebellion. Yes, thank you, Jen. He is getting quite a bit of shout outs from Jen. That's good. I'm glad Jen is looking out for Stephen Walton. Now, here's somebody I need to shout out. Kai MFS for $5. Love the Orville outfit, Gary, as LOL effing perfect. Much love to Ryan and everyone on the panel. Happy Halloween. Kai has a book that I will be plugging on Friday Night Tights tonight. Yeah. I'll plug it. I want to focus on Critical Drinker's book tonight. But I'll plug Kai because I was supposed to plug Kai last week and I forgot. Kai's a good guy. Great guy. So thank you, Kai. Sick Flux for $5. SJW Cobra. I can't wait for Tuesday night. I predict a meltdown of epic proportions by the media, Hollywood far left. We vote on the issues. Well, it was a meltdown of the media, of Hollywood and the far left, and it's still happening. And it's got a lot of people on pins and needles. And I know some people are bummed. I know some people are really bummed. It's right after your team fucking loses. Listen, I was a Charger fan, so I think I'm an expert on losing. I think I might have a PhD in handling losing because I was a San Diego Chargers fan and, well, quite a big loser in life for a long time. So losses happen. We learn from them. Some are devastating. Devastating. So what I do is I reassess. When I wake up in the morning, number one, am I still breathing? Yes, that's a win. Then you take stock of, does my mom or dad, if they're alive, if they're not, I'm very sorry, my dad's not alive, or my wife or my sister or sibling love me? Yes, win. Absolute win. Does my dog love me? Of course my dog loves me. All three of my dogs love me. Win. That's a win. Did the sun rise? Yes. Win. Okay. I can deal with anything else. Thankfully, we have 4-year terms. Now, once the election hubbub dies down on the exozone, and I don't give a fuck about motherfucking YouTube on this, we're going to discuss the issues I have. As always, my mind has never changed on this. There are puppeteers. Do they control every aspect, every detail of our reality? No, they do not. They mold, they nudge, they push, they suggest, they do shit like that. But there is a they. There is most definitely a they, and I don't think they're good. I think most people are good. So we'll discuss it. I think people are, like I said, I try to be as open as I can. I'm not going to share everything with you guys just yet, but I've been pretty open. And these are the times when you're a YouTuber, you're like, where the fuck do I go? But my channel has never hinged on a presidential election. At least that's not the way I see it. You guys might see it differently, but that's not the way I see it. I am covering pop culture, culture war, I am very anti-SJW. That has not changed. I think fandom should be for everyone. That has never changed. I've always said all are welcome at this channel. That has never changed. It did get political as those politics affected me. And I will always, again, be open, but this is a pop culture channel. It depends. It depends on what happens with I will document my Cal exit and give you reasons why I'm leaving. That's basically what the last video was, whether people interpreted it that way or not. It was, this is why I'm leaving, because, and I'm going to hasten it too, because we just changed mayors here in San Diego and things are going to go. So, yeah, I'm getting out. I'm getting out. I just want to be, I think it's a very, very American principle to want freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and that under that, free to identify with whomever you like. You are free to do. I can't. I don't think the government should make decisions over your personal choices. Like if you want to partake in the 420, I don't think the government should be involved in that in any way, shape, or form. And I don't like the stuff. I flat out don't like the stuff. But I and I don't like alcohol either. I don't partake, but I also don't like them. I think I've seen the damage they've done to people, and if I could take, I just don't. But it doesn't damage everybody, and I think if you're an adult and you feel like you can do it responsibly, that's great. That's how I feel. But I'm not a fundamentalist on that either. I want good roads. I want my streetlights to work. I want there to be law and order, because the most of us are out there just doing our thing, and we want to be left alone and to raise our kids and have fun and try to enjoy a movie once in a while. That's much harder these days. And I think the one thing we do is we let Hollywood know by not shutting up is that there is a big contingent of us out there who just want entertainment to be entertainment. And we're sick to fucking death of the politics. Cleaner Blend says we was Kangs for $2. Christopher Moley for $5 says, thanks, Gary. You're welcome. Thank you. Look up Medicare We Was Kangs on YouTube. Funny stuff. Blue Satoshi for $5. I will. Thank you very much. Dean Valente for £20. Hail chat. Following the Joe Rogan Common Sense video, Kemi Badonic, MP in the UK, while at the House of Commons, said that teachers who promote white privilege are breaking the law. Love Friday Night Tights. Check that video. Yeah, we're going to check. Somebody did a video on it, and it was fucking brilliant. No. Kemi Badonic, MP, is just, I don't know anything about her other than what she just said was, that was fucking, like an all-timer, what she said. Much respect. So much respect. Paisley Gemini for $4.99. Avius looks like George A. Tsoukalos from Ancient Aliens. LOL. Yes, he did. A guy, when he had his peacock thing on. A guy I know, Giorgio. He's been kind of out of the scene lately. Once Ancient Aliens hit season 55, because they do like 2 seasons a year or something like that. I don't know if it's still on or not. The Height Supremacist for 5 Canadian pesos. Hey, just stop by to mispronounce wife super messy, and I totally take maneuverability. Thanks. You're welcome. Height Supremacy. Modalicious for $2. His head fell off. He was really old. Crazy Cat Guy for, thank you for the ice cream. Ben Parker for $2. Lincoln being black explains why he is so tall. Oh. Hiram, thank you for the $5. He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. 1984. Oh, yes. Tommelfinger for 50 Danish krona. Hey, everyone. How the fuck is this not Friday Night Tights? Long-time watcher and master editor. Tommelfinger, I remember you a long time ago. You're the one who edited for me Robin stabbing a guy in the fucking penis in Titans to the Teen Titans theme. Thank you very much, Tommelfinger. Ben Parker for $5. Tom, watch out. One of those dolls has been moving every time you switch off your cam. Ooh. Yeah. Thank God my weeping angels behind me don't do that. Helsons for £5. For Doctor, thank God we have Lenny Henry to save us. I have no idea what that means, but I'll figure it out. Uh-oh. I just heard a big thud, and Junior's out there. Yeah, I got to be wrapping it up, and I'm like not even halfway through. Not even halfway through. This sucks. Sorry, guys. 200 Watt Studios for $5. Boln was a vegan back and then as well. Famously, when she was beheaded, she was wearing a Meat is Murder t-shirt. See paintings of the era. And we're talking about the race swap of a historical character who was white. Back one of the Henry VIII's wives. Hiram for $5. The idea behind race swapping historic figures is to negate the historic fact that 500 years of European supremacy gave us the modern world. You mean Western civilization? Yes, that's the past. There was a lot of conquering, enslavement. That's how things go, and that's how they will continue to go. It's just in a different manner. Dean Valentine for £20. And thank you, Hiram. Hail chat, following the Joe Rogan Common Sense video. I just read that one. That's weird. That one doubled up. So, yeah, I just read that one. But Modalicious for $5. Not true on the Trump wear. Have you seen the F Trump tattoos showing up on the internets? Trump's name permanently on your body forever. Genius metal. For real? Yeah, that's I mean, oh God. I remember when tattoos were cool. Melodramatic Jer Bear for $5. When every other source of entertainment is gone and woke, we can always count on Friday Night Tights. As a struggling author, hopefully someday I can return the favor. I hope you can too. Keep writing. Keep writing. That's all I can say. And thank you very much. Ben Parker for $2. Like Shatner shouts, Khan! Jeremy shouts, Trump! Chris Foster for £5. You all look amazing in your costumes tonight. Congrats on the new arrival, Odin. Congrats again, Odin. Helsons for £5 just created a new superhero called Wet Lettuce, who runs away in the face of crime and SJWs. Well done. DC already owns that character, by the way. Crazy Cat Guy, thank you for the super sticker for $5. And we're going to end it right here with Mike L. For $5. I've done my civic duty. Early voting done. Trump 2020. Let's go to it because it's the voting thing. That's so... but thank you, and I'm glad you voted. Jason Smoot for $20. What does any of this have to do with cash grab? Nothing, except for Cecil did just bail on everybody. He did. Went to Venezuela, tried to buy an island, and I think he was enslaved. Scottish Nerd for £2. Shout out to alcohol using goldenrod. Shout out. Powerhouse for $24.20 for $5. I am Chong got fired by the quartering for spending company money on thoughts. Ian Miles Chong was working for the quartering and he got fired for spending money on thoughts. Here's my surprise face. Arthur P. Thank you for the phallic unicorn for $1.49. Helsons for $5. I thought Kibblesmith was a name for a dog food. I promise this is my last comment. Hopefully. It doesn't have to be. That Nobody Guy for $5. I'm tempted to buy Quarter Black Garrett a new mic, and I don't even own a computer. I have a mic for Quarter Black Garrett. Don't even worry. It's in... Well, I can knock on it. This case right here. I have a case of extra mics because I bought a kit. And I have multiple mics because I'm going to do a podcast setup eventually. Helsons for £5. So thank you. And last one, G-Man for $5. Kibblesmith said police should be taken down, and now they're being targeted all across the country. He's been the man behind it the whole time. It was Kibblesmith. These were sent to me. They are brilliant. And in the move, I forgot who sent them. So please take credit because these are freaking beautiful and they are in my Hobbit hole, which you can see on Instagram, on my Instagram page. I have a whole room that's dedicated to Lord of the Rings. So, and these are on display. These are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Thank you. And yeah, you guys are brilliant. You send me stuff and sometimes I move and forget the name. So please let me know. And thank you. This as well, which I showed off on last week's bagging, boarding, and chatting, but I wanted to show it off here. It is a little Hobbit pipe that comes in a nice box. There you go. And that is brilliant as well. Love you guys. And that will go in the Hobbit hole. And everyone, have a great day. See you on Friday Night Tights with the Critical Drinker. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.